Okay, Dan and Bob, this is for you, compadres. You guys are scared of cutting big crown molding, coping it. I have the solution for you. So I'm gonna give you a little demonstration of how I've done it with these little coping guides. You got a left and a right. See how they're, one's a left and one's a right? I'll show you that. So basically what you got here is your bevel cut. Would be the same as a miter, but it's this is a 38 degree, 52 degree crown. It would work on 45, 45, but this angle's for 52, 38. So you cut your bevel on one end. You could clamp this to the bench, but I don't because I switch them too quick. I just clamp the whole thing down. You just kind of slide it through there. You need to be over here. Set it so that it's just barely back from the face of this guide right here. That's where your jigsaw is going to run on. And then you're going to step behind me probably. Okay, so basically all you're going to do is just take your jigsaw, set it on the face of this coping guide here. They call it the Easy Cope, and you just basically follow all your contours. The only one that you won't, well, I'll show you that. I've already cut the bottom, which is a 90-degree cut. You don't need to cope that one. This one doesn't really need to be coped either, because if you cope it, you really bevel it. It's just a chisel, so it's better to cut that straight. So I'm just going to make a few cuts here. On these two rounded radius profiles here, you can see that round bead is about a 1/2 inch. You don't have to actually cut that perfectly. Go on, Jay, get out of here. You don't have to cut that perfectly. That's pretty tight to get in and out of there. You just cut it really close, and then I'll show you how I clean it up with a little Dremel tool with a sander wheel. Light is pretty important for this too. I've done as good as I could here with clamp-ons and stuff, but it could be a little bit better. Here again, you don't have to really absolutely follow that line. The risk of that is you overcut and then you got a real mess. So you got to cut the whole thing back, so it's better just to leave a little bit and then you just file it to get to find the fine adjustment. You can tell I'm cutting oak. The other thing it helps is use a real narrow, tiny, fine cutting blade. So it allows you to make those tight turns too. Hitting the table. Okay, that's all the jigging. Then we'll fine cut the profile. This is the biggest piece of crown you'll get in that, as you can tell. Okay, let's come over here, Ryan. Yeah, these fences, we're gonna have to do that over here. Safety first. Okay, Ryan, over here. Okay, this is your top of your crown. This is the piece that's going to be setting up there. And they're going to come together like that. So you can see that right there on this piece is just a square cut, basically just a 90-degree cut. You don't have to cope it. And if you would cope that, it would just be a, I mean, you can see how this is like a chisel, and you can fracture that real easy. That's much safer. Okay, now we're just going to square all these little fine edges up of the file. Hence the reason you don't have to try to saw it perfectly, because you will end up splitting or splintering. Oop, that ain't gonna do nothing. Now this little guy here works really good for getting in that radius right there. It could, if this was just a 1/8 inch smaller diameter, would be ideal, but that's what I got, and that's what we're going with. See that? See that? Cleans that up. Even here you got to be careful, because that edge is, if you look at that, it's just almost like a knife edge right there. Carpenter's helper Jake. He sucks though. He eats the wood instead of cutting it. Okay. Now, the moment of truth. Okay. That's uglier than shit. Oh, how about if I angle it the right way. Much better. Not bad. I mean, you know, little stain, little putty. You could cut this for a week and you'd never get it exactly right. By the time you did, it'd be a 1/4 inch too short. Excuse you. And really the key is the undercutting that this jig here, this little coping, Easy Cope does. It's the undercutting is the key. You can cut the profile, but if you don't back bevel everything, it won't fit. You have to back cut, and that's what that does. It makes it so easy. Okay, I like it. Okay, you guys, get you a set of Easy Copes. Give it a shot. Don't be scared. Peace out.